So the word financial freedom can mean a lot of things to a lot of people, a lot of different things really. But when it comes to financial freedom, for me as a financial advisor, when I'm dealing with my clients, financial freedom ultimately means when they have enough assets that they don't have to get out of bed and go to work. That's basically what it means. Now, most people that actually achieve financial freedom will probably continue to work and they'll probably continue to amass those assets and they probably won't stop working. But the term is still there, financial freedom. So I've dealt with loads of clients before that have got to be financially free or be at that level where they don't have to go to work. And believe it or not, when we use our cash flow modeling tools with our clients, a lot of couples can get there well before what they think would be probably 65 or 68 years of age. It doesn't really take a genius to get there at probably 55 years of age. And what I mean by a genius is, I mean a genius plan. The big problem is what level of income you want from 55 onwards, and depends on what age you've had your kids and what age you're going to be financially dependent. It's very difficult to be financially free if you have a 15-year-old at 55 years of age or 50 years of age, because you obviously got another few years before your children are financially dependent. So that doesn't usually work. So when it comes with working with clients, we usually look at what assets they have now and projecting them into the future. To be honest, I've found that people that have really decent pension schemes in work would probably get there a little bit easier because there's a lot of tax-free growth, a lot of contributions going in from them and their employer. That's probably the easiest way to have financial freedom, is that when you leave that occupational pension plan, that you have a big enough pension plan that you can start kind of tapping into from 55 or 60 years of age. Other people that have done quite successfully out of financial freedom and getting financially free are clients that I found that have second properties, third properties and fourth properties. So they might have bought their first property in their 20s, maybe had released equity in the second property, bought a third property in their late 20s and early 30s and snowballed on. And if they can get to a situation where they have no mortgage outstanding and have 4 or 5 properties by 50 or 55 years of age, you know, they're probably guaranteed income of probably 10 grand a month coming in, which is 120 grand a year. That's the financial free. But it ultimately depends on what type of financial freedom you require. Some people can live on a shoestring. Some people don't have very big plans for when they get to retirement age. You just want to relax, sit back and enjoy retirement age. Some couples I meet want to travel the world. One couple I dealt with had a daughter that was living in Singapore, another daughter living in Sydney. And they just wanted to go and travel and be with their daughters. So obviously that's a lot of travel to do on a yearly basis. So their level of income required was higher than probably the average couple we'd have in the practice. But what I'd like to say is that everybody, in my opinion, should be able to reach financial freedom, of course, by the time they get to retirement age. And retirement age, let's call a spade, is probably 65 to 68 years of age. But a lot of people can get there way sooner, 50 to 55, even 60 years of age, probably being the highest end of what I've seen when I'm dealing with clients, in a correct basis, where they keep their assets high and their expenses low. But it's a balance like everything in life.